Hi guys, how are you? In this video, I am going to show you a tool that will help you to look at the balance in your life and maybe pick some areas that you might like to do some work on. So today's exercise is an exercise called a life balance analysis. This exercise is all about kind of getting an overall perspective on your life and maybe looking at your performance and your satisfaction in the individual areas. I like this exercise because it is a nice one to do a couple of times a year just to get a good overview of where you are and how you're performing in particular important aspects or areas. So to get the PDF to do the exercise, click the link below to join my email list and I'll send it on to you. If you join the email list, you'll also get a weekly email with tips, tools and resources to help you have more impact, be more effective and be more productive. So the life balance analysis is about evaluating or rating your performance and satisfaction in various aspects of your life. So you're reflecting on kind of what's good and then also reflecting on areas that you might need to do some work on. So it involves rating each area on a scale of 1 to 10, and then based on this rating it allows you to prioritize areas to work on and goals that you'd like to set in those areas. So how do we go about doing the life balance analysis? Well, firstly, below in the description there is links to a couple of different versions of the diagram you'll need to complete the exercise. On the diagram you'll see that there is maybe 8 or 10 different aspects or areas in your life. So I want you to pick one of the aspects or areas and I want you to rate how satisfied you are with it on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being not satisfied at all and 10 being completely and utterly satisfied. So when you figured out what your rating is, I want you to draw a line that corresponds with that score, just like this. And once you've rated that area, then I want you to go ahead and rate all the other areas. You'll see I've left one aspect or one area empty or marked other. So that's just in case there's any major area of your life that I haven't included and you'd like to include it in this. So once you've done that, then you want to join up all the lines together so it looks a little something like this. And what you've got in essence then is a wheel. And I suppose one way of looking at this is if you have a wheel, you don't want any major divots or I suppose holes in it, because that's going to affect how smoothly the whole thing runs. So these might be good areas to look at. So once you have your wheel completed, I want you to pick 3 areas that are of most interest to you. And we're going to ask ourselves 3 questions about these 3 areas. So the first question is, why did I give myself that score in that area? And so this is about reflecting back and I suppose just becoming a little bit more aware of what's going on in that area. The second question I want to ask is, what would a 10 look like in that area? So this is about, figuring out your ideals in this particular area. The third question I want you to ask yourself is, what could I do to move my score up 1 in this area? And so that's kind of about figuring out the next steps or the next actions you might need to take to kind of move a little bit closer to your ideal. So overall what we're doing is we are rating the various areas and then we're reflecting back on the ratings we're giving. Then we're having a little look at what our ideal might be, and then we're having a look at maybe what our next steps can be to move a little bit closer to that ideal. You'll also see that I've included a blank wheel, and the reason I've done that is sometimes it can be useful to take an individual area or section and I suppose break that up into further segments. So for example, I'll often take my business or my career and I look at my performance in various aspects of that. So maybe it's my product development, maybe it's my marketing, maybe it's my sales, maybe it's my public speaking, maybe it's my videos, and I'll rate myself in each of those areas, and then that will allow me to kind of prioritize where I need to be working on and kind of give me, I suppose, an overall reflection of where I am with everything. So that's the life balance analysis. Let me know how you get on in the comments. Thanks very much.